How is it going then, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back into another video here on our channel as we bring you another Rulebreakers player review. We are taking a look at 87 rated Frank Yannick Kessie today. A card which people have enjoyed a lot over the last year or two on FIFA. He had a special card last year which had a lot of hype, and obviously we have this card here today for you. 87 rated with 81 pace, 78 shooting, 86 passing, 83 dribbling, 85 defending, and 83 physical. So a very well-rounded card to say so myself. If you do enjoy this video as well, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be bringing you lots of player reviews over this weekend, so make sure you subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Are you going to go ahead and pick this card up? And let me know how you find him when you do pick him up. So that is the face stats of the card. First of all, where did I play him? I played him in the center mid role. I did have him on balance, and I also tried him on stay back while attacking. He played in a 3-5-2. So he has someone next to him in there, which I believe he can play the centre mid role or centre defensive mid role by himself. So if you're running a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, for example, I think he'd be absolutely fine there. But obviously, partnering with someone absolutely is not a problem. So let's go ahead and talk about his other stats that we've got. We've got 3-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot. He is 6 foot with high work rates. He has an average body type, and he has no traits of interest for us. In terms of chemistry style, what do you want to run on this guy? I think it depends where you're playing him and what you may want to increase. I think a shadow is probably going to be most people's go-to. You could possibly look for an anchor, or you can leave it on basic, to be honest with you. It really just depends on what you want from him. We ran him with a shadow myself to go ahead and increase that pace and just increase the defensive stats as well there for us. How much does he cost you? He costs you at the minute about 250,000 on PlayStation and 230,000 on Xbox at the time of recording this video. Now, when we take a look at it, his passing is phenomenal. He has 96 short passing and 90 long passing with 88 vision, which is absolutely insane. So face value on that looks really good. Now, his finishing is pretty poor, but one thing I wanted to really highlight is that, yes, his finishing is poor. He has 72 finishing. He's not really going to get into shooting positions too much anyway, if I'm honest with you, but his composure is 87, and with 89 shot power, just power it if you ever do get into a shooting position with him. Literally just rifle it past the goalkeeper. That is going to be your best way to put the ball in the back of the net. Physical stats, he has 90 stamina, 83 strength, 80 aggression with 69 jumping. So that jumping is a little bit of a letdown for a guy that is 6 foot. But the defensive stats as a whole are good. The interception is 87 and the defensive awareness is 88. With 88 stance tackle and 81 slide tackle. So that is the face value of the card, really, and what we're going to get with it. In terms of agility and balance as well, by the way, we are looking at 82 agility and 82 balance, which isn't bad for a guy that is 6 foot in the middle of the park. Let's go through and talk about his pros and his cons. His pace, how quick did he feel? Well, he has 81 pace, right? Which is 80 acceleration, 82 sprint speed. That's how it's made up. He's not quick. Just not quick. I'm going to be probably a little bit harsh here and just say that he felt like an Arctic lorry doing a 3-point turn. It took forever for this guy to run, to move, to turn, to get where I wanted him to be. And that was a massive letdown on his card. The pace just wasn't quite there for me. Obviously, I've maxed out his pace with the shadow as well. I can't increase it anymore. So to have it as we did was a little bit of a letdown. It just didn't really feel that quick for me. Didn't really get going. And definitely something for you as a con, to be honest with you. In terms of his shooting, how was his shooting? As I said, he didn't really get into too many shooting positions for me anyway. It wouldn't really be something that I'd advise you doing. Like, when you think about the box-to-box centre mid role, can he play that role? I think he can, but I would be a little bit worried about him getting in to the 18-yard box and trying to turn, trying to skill past the man, trying to then get a shot off. That's not going to be as great. When you think about other box-to-box midfielders, maybe like a road to the knockout Fred, for example, or maybe informed Barea or road to the knockout Tonali, they just feel a little bit better on the ball for me, a little bit more reliable when it comes to, you know, that sort of area. The shooting stats, as I said, with the shot power is not a problem. The finishing, yes, is low, but you can get by with that shot power to kind of make up for it. But just, I'd put it down as a con, but it doesn't matter too much because he's not going to get into that shooting position as often. So it's not really too big of a deal. In terms of his passing, how was his passing? Passing was phenomenal. You can go for the long balls here. You can go for the short passes. The only gripe I'm probably going to say is that his passing was great, but the actual ability to turn and then go for the pass felt poor because of how long it took for him to turn. He just, he didn't feel nimble on the ball. It seemed to take a while to kind of turn and get that pass out his feet. Maybe an engine chemistry style may do better to just make him feel a little bit cleaner on the turn. But I don't really know if that's how we'd want to go about it. In terms of his dribbling, we've kind of gone over that, to be honest with you, and spoke about how, you know, he felt heavy. He just didn't seem to be there. So that's kind of that. Defensive stats, how did he feel? Interceptions are terrible with this guy. And if you're going to rely on him to be defending for you, don't. He manually, like the AI, just don't do anything for him. You have to do everything manually yourself. He just didn't seem to be there. He'd make these pathetic lunge attempts. He'd make these pathetic interceptions. In the tackle, he was good. He was quite strong. I think he tackled hard. I think that's just because of kind of like the height that we've got of him, and obviously the okay defensive stats, physical stats, sorry. But yeah, just as a whole, defensively, he wasn't the one for me. When I think to like a Rulebreakers Zakaria, when I think about a Kante, they just are leaps and bounds ahead of him for me personally. I just didn't find him to be there enough. Like, you had one there where he just, you know, could have intercepted the ball, and he makes this animation and it nutmegs him. He just seems really slow in that department and really didn't tick the box for me on that. So that was a little bit of a shame. So yes, his positioning's poor defensively, not really there. His high work rates, I didn't feel the high work rates when he was on balance, because he just didn't seem to run, if I'm honest with you. Didn't seem to have that ability to really want to go forward himself or come back himself. I didn't like his gold card though, and that's what it felt like with his gold card. So very interesting. How easy is he to link? I think he's a bit easier than maybe what I'd anticipate, just because of the Milan links. Obviously, you've got Theo Hernandez, you've got the road to knockout Tonali, and then you've also got the Tomori 82 rated one to watch at the minute. So there's a few ways that you can link this card. Probably a little bit of a unless you go for that trio, yes, he's more difficult to link than obviously with his nation, but not too bad at all. Longevity of card, how long can this card last? This card can last I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't use this card, but that's me probably being really harsh. I think if you're sat here and you're watching this and you're going, how long can I have him in my team? You can have him in your team for the next month or two, till after December, really, coming into January. I think that'd be absolutely fine. I think he can do the job there for you guys. Enjoyment of card. Did I really like him? No. This has probably been one of the worst players that I've used at the minute. He value for coins, what I expected from the card, he really wasn't there for me. I did not enjoy him. Can he be used at all levels of FIFA? Absolutely. You can use him at the higher level. If you're running an RTG and you're playing in the Elite Division or competitive FIFA, he can certainly help bolster that defensive line for yourselves. Overall rating. Look, for me personally, you know, when I think about how good this card looks on stats and how, you know, I expected him to play, I would be giving this card like a 7.5 out of 10. I really didn't enjoy it. He just didn't live up to anything that I wanted him to be. Maybe I'd have to give him a go again, get more games in. Bear in mind, we played a lot of games with this card. But it just really wasn't for me, to be honest. I'm very harsh and critical with these player reviews, though. So if you're sat here and you're going, I need a DM, I've got Tonali, I want someone next to him in Serie A, then go and give him a go yourself and you see how you find him. But for me, he just felt clunky. He felt slow. He wasn't there. His interceptions were bad. Tackling was good. But just everything else just didn't really live up to the 200k price range, in my opinion. So that's how I felt. You guys let me know exactly what you think as well. Remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.